Brendan, disappointing result. How do you reflect on the performance of the team tonight?
Yeah, but we were much better than what we were at the weekend, the other day. Started the game how we wanted. The plan was working really well. You can't plan for the 2 goals that we conceded inside the 7 minutes. So that was frustrating. But the boys were competitive in the game right the way through to the very end. We got into some dangerous areas. Didn't at times show enough quality when we arrived in there, but we kept getting in there, and we were just waiting for those moments to fall. Kieran had a great chance with a header, and he was fantastic tonight, I thought. But yeah, overall, we're very disappointed not to take something from the game.
In terms of that start, was that on the back of Newcastle, or would that have been the plan anyway, or maybe a bit of both?
Yeah, no, it's always our plan to start fast. But what Newcastle did was waking us up, because if you don't, the game can be over. So thankfully our mentality and that concentration was there. First goal worked perfectly for us. Opened up the pitch, kick onto the side, and a longer build-up, win the header and second ball, and then we got through. So it worked perfectly for us, and then we started to play. If there's a criticism, we stopped the tempo, we stopped playing and waited a little bit. But it's hard to account for the 2 goals.
We talked about Keenan early in the season. Again, great performance tonight. Remember, you talking about adding goals to his game, and tonight probably showed that breaking from midfield, a real good goal.
Yeah, fantastic goal. He was excellent in the game. He was tenacious. He started well. He drove the team forward. He carried the ball. His finish is a great finish, and I was really pleased with him.
You mentioned the 2 goals before the break. The timing not great, and almost unique to score 2 own goals. And I suppose how's Wout Vass after that? How do you try and recover him? And it's not something you can plan for.
No, I'm bitterly disappointed for him because he's been brilliant since he's been with us. He's gone away to the World Cup. He hasn't played a great deal, so it's going to take him a game or 2 just to get his rhythm back. The first one, I doubt you'll see an own goal like that again. It's just unfortunate because it was coming straight into Wardy's hands. And then the second one, we should do better earlier on. It should never get to that point where he's challenging it coming off the post. But he scored the 2, and he's strong enough to deal with that.
In terms of the second half, it felt like one of frustration. As you say, we got into some really good positions, but then didn't quite have that final ball or final touch.
Yeah, it's quality. It's unfortunately teams of our level, especially when you're missing players like James Maddison, you're missing that top end quality at that end of the field. And clearly when we arrived in there, which we did on numerous occasions, but we either couldn't beat the man in the 1v1 or we just gave it away with a loose pass, and that's just quality.
In terms of Patson Daka, talking about injuries, how's he? Have you been able to assess him?
Well, it looks like he's hamstring, so the medical team will tell me later in the morning, but it doesn't look great.
And obviously a quick turnaround. Any more kind of casualties off the back of tonight's game?
No, not that we believe so. At the moment, it's just a case of getting them in, getting them recovered, and then we can get ready for the game against Fulham.
And in terms of Fulham, does that game come at a good time because it's so quickly after a defeat, or would it be good now to just try and get players recovered, ready to go again?
No, we'll be ready to go. I think it's performance-wise tonight much better. Our target's now going into the 2023 is can we get into that top 10 in the earliest part of the years we can, and once you're in there, then you can strive to kick on. Plus we've got the cup competition, so it's a really exciting new year for us.
Is that the New Year's resolutions there wrapped up?
That's it. Well, like I say, we showed some good spells tonight against a top club, and now got to take that confidence into the next games.